Greetings, my movie geeks. The Croods was a DreamWorks animated movie from 2013, following a family of cave people who find a new guy. It was an animated film that had an interesting style and set in an imaginative time period called the Cretaceous. I don't really remember much of it, but Nic Cage was the dad, Ryan Reynolds was the new guy, and Emma Stone was the daughter. It kept my kids entertained, but I'll be honest, it didn't really do much for me. It clearly made money because there's a sequel, 8 years after the first. The Croods: A New Age is a sequel that I didn't expect. To be honest, I don't think anyone expected a sequel to it. Although on a $175 million budget, it did make almost $600 million, which usually dictates a sequel. But alas, we waited 8 years. Well, I say waited, it's not very memorable, at least for me. But the sequel wasn't too bad. It kept my 3 kids entertained for the running time, and I'll admit, I laughed a couple of times. I'm sorry. I just find it easy to laugh sometimes, especially when I'm in the cinema. It's not great, but it does continue the story, I suppose. I can't really remember the first one. It's a film that doesn't really push the boundaries. It doesn't give us anything new. It's no standout Pixar movie. It's just a DreamWorks film that is a far cry from what DreamWorks used to be.
Lane? Oh, the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
It's just a movie. Although, I would like to see the studio footage of Nic Cage doing his thing, because it's really funny, and that's got to be somewhere, hasn't it?
We've gone along just fine with our brains until now. Cavemen don't need brains because we have these.
But what Croods 2 does do, say that fast 3 times, is explain in simple ways for kids how humans have had an ill effect on the planet. I'm serious. I was sitting there thinking, hey, this part of the story is quite accurate. For context, the sequel to The Croods: A New Age, explores the Croods finding a place to live that's safe from all the hybrid animals roaming the world. This place is known as their tomorrow. They discover a wall, and beyond the wall is a massive farm kept by the Bettermans. Do you get it? They're better than the Croods. Turns out Phil Betterman has redirected the water supply from the mountain to produce a lush settlement safe from the outside world that creates bananas. But by doing that, he's taken away the water supply for a colony of punch monkeys. I'll admit, they were quite a funny addition to it. It leads us to the reveal that the punch monkeys were feeding a King Kong-style large ape that they couldn't feed when the Bettermans moved the water supply. Yes, it's a hidden but in-your-face environmental message that shows how man's effect on the world is not very good. Because of the action of the Bettermans, who are supposed to be better than everyone, the forests become deserts and the animals are displaced. It's a clear environmental message. Yet, this movie doesn't do anything with it. There's a slight threat from the punch monkeys and larger monkey, which is fairly funny, I'll admit. But in the end, the humans are shown to be in their right. After they conquer the large monkey, I say conquer, they literally throw him into a black hole. And we're supposed to be happy. Why do this? Why? I don't know. It just feels like it's telling a story that could have been a good environmental message for kids. The Bettermans have disrupted nature, and they need to put things right to make amends and help the animals. But it goes the opposite way, and goes out of its way to justify what the humans have done to make them live happily ever after. And this includes killing the large monkey. This could have been the last of its kind, and they killed it. Humans are bastards. Overall, The Croods: A New Age is a stark reminder that if we are to have a tomorrow, we need to do better, man. That's the joke. And for this reason, not because I just realised Croods 2 was released in the US last year, and we're just getting it here in the UK, and I've done this review. It's for the bad environmental message I'm giving The Croods 2 a 2 out of 5, making it a bad movie.
Everyone, you'll never guess what I found out.
I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek. Like and subscribe and ring that bell, and I'll see you next time. Now, I'm going to go and hug a tree. See you later.